Okay, good morning and welcome to Mishna Yomi. Today we're learning Maseches Kilayim, Perek Vav, Mishnayos Zayin and Mishnah Ches. Let's start with Mishnah Zayin. Aris Shu Yotzim in Akosel, Mishnah Vav and Mishnah Zayin. Mishnah Vav and Mishnah Zayin. Let's start with Mishnah Vav. Piskei Aris Shmona Amos Va'od. Piskei Aris is a case, we're going back to the case of Aris, and Aris is a case where you have 5 vines, or 5 or more vines, and they're wrapped around the pergola, which makes it sort of like a karam. We're going to see to what extent it makes it like a karam, maybe a karam, maybe not a karam. The Rishonim argue about this, how much is it like a karam or not, but in certain aspects it's like a full karam, which is 2 shuros, normally 2 rows, it's only 1 row. Let's see, this case is talking about where you have 11 vines, not 5, 11 vines, and the middle one dried up. So now you have a space. So if you have space, Shmona Amos Va'od. So if you have 8 amos and a little more than 8 amos, some posts, Rav says a tefach is the od. 8 amos and a tefach. The only time an od, this tefach, is mentioned in Hilchos Kilayim is this case of Piskei Aris. Elin Piskei Aris, Arishachar. What is Piskei Aris? Arishachar b'amsia. So v'nishtayrubo chamish gvanim mikan, chamish gvanim mikan. You had 11 original vines. The one in the middle, the 6th one in the middle, got dried up. There's only distance of 8 amos between the 2 groups of 5, so you can't plant anything else there. Shmona amos vo nosin lo k'devodasa uzareas amosar. If you have a little more than 8 amos, then what you could do is, well, it's machlokas, but the simple explanation is that you have to distance. It has a din of a karam. Each group of 5 vines has a din of a karam, so you have to separate 4 amos from one side, 4 amos from the other side. Now, little od, whatever more than the od is, you could actually plant something else. If it's exactly 8 amos, then you can't. Why is this different than karachas, like karam, where you have a patch in your vineyard? You have a vineyard, and the middle of the vineyard dried out, as opposed to an aris, a real vineyard, and it dried out. You need 16 amos from each side. Here, 8 amos is sufficient. That is sufficient. That will be 8 amos. But is sufficient. That will be the subject of Ian Mishnah coming up next. Mishnah Zayin. Aris shu yotzim in akosal misocha karen v'kola. Let's say it's an aris, which is only 5 vines, but it's split, meaning instead of wrapping our pergola directly in front of the vines, you sort of take the vines, or they grow in a way where you have a wall, or you have a beam, and they wrap around in the corners, right? 3 of them go to one corner, and 3 of them go to the other corner. Now, it doesn't look like an aris at all. It doesn't look like karam at all. In that case, all you have to do is separate 6 tefachim from each side of 3, and 6 tefachim from the side of 2, wherever the vines are, and then you can plant the rest, because this is technically not an aris. It loses status of aris because the vines are not in front of it; they're to the side. He says if this wall is not 4 amos, where the vines are wrapped around, so then he holds like Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri in a previous Mishnah, that if you have a small ditch, if this ditch is not 4 amos, so therefore it resembles like you're planting mapolis yad, you're planting things together, you're planting different species in a small hole, so therefore you can't plant anything in the middle, even though it's not an aris, but it looks too close. It looks like a gas vaneka, it looks like a wine press, or it looks like a small hole. You can't plant anything together. That would be the sheet that we don't pass like this. That's the end of Mishnayos Yomi for today. Stay tuned for Ian Mishnayos coming up now.